Today is November 1st. I am out at my parents' property in Kansas City, Missouri. It's kind of in the middle of town, sort of. I guess not really, but I'm out here hunting squirrel and dove with a pellet gun today, if I can. I've got one dove so far. And while we're out here, I'm also trying to scout for signs of deer. I've got pretty much a permit for anything you can hunt right now. Archery and firearm season is coming up. Archery season is going on now, and I do have a bow. Still have to practice with that a little bit more, but while I'm out walking these woods, I'm gonna try and find any signs of rubs or where they're crossing over this fence. Our property extends out west that way a little bit further down the hill. This is just the area that we fenced in for the horses and the goats. They're all up in the other pasture, so I can walk back here and hunt without worrying about them. So as a kid, I started out trying to hunt this land, about 15, with a compound bow. I was able to shoot a buck on that western side of the property. It ran into our neighbor's property, and when I asked the man if I could retrieve it, he disrespectfully declined. So I'm not sure what happened of that thing, but I have shot one deer, and that was as a teenager. And now that we're all grown up, we're gonna commit some real effort to this, and my goal for 2024 before the end of the year is to harvest at least one doe and one buck with these permits that I bought. So I've got a 30-30. I'm gonna sight that in, probably have a video or two, some target practice with that. You guys will get introduced to my friends, my hunting and fishing pals, Jesse and Matt. These guys have been friends of mine since we were children. What's that look like? I don't know. That kind of looks like a monster rub to me on the other side of our fence. Now this would be the northern side. Yeah. I can't tell if these are rubs or if just that's how that honeysuckle kind of deteriorates, but yeah, right there. And yeah, I think that might be a trail, and they might be hopping over the fence. Our horses come back into this little piece of woods, and they'll stomp out some of these saplings and make little cubbies to hide in. I'm not really looking for squirrels at the moment, more for deer sign, but rubs back there. Yeah, for now I film things on my phone, but as things go on, I plan to get some actual cameras and stuff like that, so I can, use both hands to do things. So, yeah, it's Osage orange, still got hedge apples on it. It would be cool to make a self bow. I've been watching a lot about traditional archery. My godfather is really into that, and he's very good at it. He's been doing it since before I existed. So, Kathy found something and put it on the fence. That looks like someone cut it already though and lost it. She has let other people come to bow hunt this place before. Here's one of those trails that I was talking about the horses use. Or it could be one of Kathy's walking trails. Go check it out. Yeah, her property's still pretty wooded. We got goats a few years ago. Yeah, this is that glen that the horses have made. This has been here for a long time. Our horses don't have a barn to go into, so they're outside year-round. And yeah, this is one of the spots that they go to, and they can hide under all of these little boughs of Asian honeysuckle. This honeysuckle is usually one of the last things to lose leaves in the winter. It has these berries all over it. It's kind of like a last food source for the birds and the squirrels. So since it's available at the end of everything else not being, they usually pick it up and poop it out elsewhere, and then it proliferates all over the forest. It becomes a menace. There have actually been a few projects done along the Blue River Valley, which would be further west at the end of the road, to clear this stuff out, because it's an invasive plant species for sure. And I don't know much about hunting, but I imagine it doesn't make it easy. So we're gonna try and in the next 5 to 10 years help my parents manicure this property a little bit better, make it easier for them to manage as they get older, and then maybe as a bonus make it a paradise for bow hunting. Growing up, you'd see monstrous bucks get whacked along the road. Fishing down in the lakes and down the hill, I'd spook them. Walking down there with my rod and reel, seen massive buck prints in the dirt on the trails down the way there. So it's definitely a really awesome opportunity to be able to hunt and live on a big chunk of land in the middle, close by the city. So I'm gonna put the phone up. I'm gonna get back to looking up into the treetops for squirrels, and maybe I can get one squirrel and one dove and try that out. Thanks for watching, and if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, and God bless.